Right. And so how did that come about? You decided to leave the band and go to North Texas and go to school, or how did that all?
Well, the road was incredible, especially for somebody from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, who hadn't seen, an all-state band. We called it the Lions Band. It wasn't an all-state at that point, but we went to San Francisco, and I thought I'd been to another planet. It's so cool. So I hadn't seen the world at all, and so I get with Maynard and got to see the world and meet many of my heroes. It's just unbelievable experience. But about close to 5 years into it, I started noticing we'd play at different places, and the band parents, the boosters organization would set up this big spread for us, and moms and dads with their kids would be helping out, or else we'd go to somebody's house for a reception. And I started getting these feelings of, man, I really enjoy being on the road and meeting all these folks, but I want one of these houses. I would like to have a family. That would be nice. So I'd been through many disruptive, kind of traumas in my family life. So I really wanted the family thing. So I started thinking along those lines, and I thought, well, I could go to New York, and in those days the studio scene was flourishing, but it would take a long time to break into it, and I didn't have any money. So one thing led to another, and I decided education would probably be the best way financially to be able to kind of have everything. And a really wonderful mentor, a brass player and teacher of improvisation, Rich Madison at North Texas at the time, we were kind of playing places that he was playing. So I started hanging out with him, and he had a big booming voice like that. And I said, man, I described my problem to him. I said, I'm enjoying this. He goes, of course you are, man. This is the epitome. And I said, yeah, but I kind of want a family and stuff. And he goes, man, you need to come to North Texas. I'll take care of that. And he set up, we were in Dallas and played, and he had me out to the school, and I met Neil Slater. And I was sold, man. I said, man, I got to go to school here. Because these guys they all know the secrets of jazz, and I want to learn what those are. So yeah, it was the best move ever. And then now, it's all these years later, I'm doing things like this interview, getting to play here with you guys, and I'm on the road performing and recording. I'm doing all that, and I got a family. So it's and I've owned 4 houses. I still can't believe that.
They start off on one,
I know, right? And let's get another one. Not all at the same time.
Right. So who were some of the guys that were on you were in the 1 O'Clock Lab Band there at North Texas, which is obviously something most of our viewers know about and have heard about, and know you as eventually one of 3 directors when you took that over.
Still amazing.
Yeah. So who were some of the guys that were on the band when you were there?
When I was in the 1 O'Clock I took 3 years to get my master's because I didn't want to leave the 1 O'Clock. It was such an amazing band. It always is, still is. In those years, the trombone section was phenomenal. At different points, it was myself and Scott Whitfield, Brett Zavachik, Chris Sider was in the section, Joel Adams, a great player, Eddie Clark, an unbelievable bass trombonist, Matt Ingman. All these guys in the trombone section were so good. The trumpets at different times. Well, one section in '86, I think it was Mike Williams and Frank Green were in the trumpet section at the same time. Wow. So it was like, who wants the high note? Let's go.
Wow.
Bob Lark, who's now at DePaul, was there in the trumpet section. Jim Rotundi was in the section. It goes on and on. My good friend Ray Herman was tenor saxophone in the section. He's now Walt Paradzader's permanent sub with Chicago. Actually, he's out there a little bit more than Walt now. And man, who else was just all these incredible people. Glenn Coster, our own Randy Ham was in the band during those years. So yeah, that was an amazing experience.
Right.
And just working with Neil, I've had so many mentors, so many Yodas. I guess it would be Yodai, I don't know. So many Yodai in my life. Raul Jerome, who I mentioned, Maynard, of course, Rich Madison, and then Neil Slater. And Neil went on to become one of my greatest friends of all times.
Sure.
He's an amazing guy.
Sure. Did you study with Vern when you were there?
I did. And I knew that the teaching profession as such was not going to be easy to break into. I knew that the Maynard thing would help, and coming from North Texas was going to help, but I wanted to get as diverse an education as I could. So I studied with Vern Cagerijs, and I told him, man, I just need to learn the classical traditional approach to the instrument,
Sure.
the literature and how to teach it. So we did that for 3 years, and we were great friends all the years afterwards. And when I came back to be faculty at North Texas, what an honor, because now my teacher had over the years become a friend, and we worked together beautifully.
Right, and he's taught so many great guys,
Oh,
and just
man.
like you said, kind of the Yoda of the trombone.
He improved my playing 100% studying with him. I remember when I started with Vern, I couldn't get through one page of Vocalise, a Rochu Bordini Vocalise. I get halfway through and couldn't play. And he said, let's talk. And he straightened a lot of things out, got me hooked up with Jay Friedman, the principal trombonist in the Chicago Symphony. So when I taught for a while in Wisconsin for about 17 years, I got to work with Jay and studied with him. And Vern opened up an entire world for me, really helped my playing. And,
what a great guy. Yeah, absolutely. Wonderful.
Brilliant educator.
Yes, without question.